There we go. So tonight's journey is going to be a journey of going inside ourselves to feel. And I'm actually looking forward to this more than anybody probably is. Because the truth is, it's been a while since I could feel everything that I learned when I was 16, 21, 25. Those are the ages when I had the most clear insight about who I've been and when I was most tapped into what's really going on here. And of course, you go into the human world, and in that human world, you find yourself oftentimes confused. We get caught up in this place and we think that this is who we are. We think we're our job. We think we're what we do for a living or what we go to school for. We think that we are determined by how our relationship is going with our significant other. We oftentimes become confused, and in a horde of busy people, we think we need to be just another busy person stuck in traffic, and we forget who we truly are. Something eternal and something timeless, something that has never changed, and yet is always slowly evolving. And this is the nature of our spirit. It is the nature of that which has the power to, at any moment, change our lives if we can but tap in and receive what is always inside of us. Tonight is not about achieving some new form of knowledge. It is about stripping away your conscious mind that is blocking your access to your subconscious memories, in which all of you have experienced from past lives is contained. There is something called the veil. What's up, Aida? So there is something called the veil, and the first thing we need to talk about is, what is it? The veil is a metaphor for the forgetfulness and for the confusion that we experience in third-dimensional life. And the veil can be strong, the veil can be weak at different times based on the positions of stars and based on our own attitudes and emotions. So, in order to remember who we've been before, we have to intentionally break down the veil. And part of my job tonight is going to be to open that space for every one of us to have a peek through that veil at who we've been beyond this time. And there's a practice I'm going to show you to do that, and I'm also going to allow myself to drift beyond that veil and channel the light of the moon that's behind me through this little iPhone that I'm holding to all of you out there, so that we can all take another good look at who we actually are when we strip away our immediate human appearance. And this is the opportunity to discover the wealth that is inside of you. Because I measure wealth in emotions, I measure it in consciousness. You can be in a king state of mind or a poor person's state of mind or a queen state of mind. And what state of mind you're in has to do with what you're feeling connected to inside yourself. And that is the true source of wealth. That's why most wealthy people are quite unhappy, because they still feel disconnected and internally poor, even if they have the Lambo and the nice house. So, tonight is going to be a gateway for us to walk through together. For myself, I've remembered a good number of things through other means than we've done tonight. A lot of it has come through realizing that the nature of the relationships I have with the people in my life are all very familiar. And when I find different people I've known before, there's an instant familiarity, and we tend to dance around the same tension we've held in other lifetimes. So let's say you and somebody were married in another lifetime and you meet each other again in this one. Usually the first thing that will happen is you'll spark that instant recognition for the other person instantly. And you'll also emotionally attune to one another and almost dance around the old wound or the old passion, whatever it is. Because part of the other thing that we're all doing is we're keeping ourselves safe from falling into these deep emotions. And that's a big thing I'm going to talk about tonight. And this is the key to remembering your past lives, is allowing yourself to feel what I call deep emotions. Fleeting emotions are like surface emotions, are like, he cut me off, I'm angry. Fleeting emotions are like, yay, I made some money today. Fleeting emotions are like, cool, this good thing happened to me. Or, those are fleeting emotions. And they pass within maybe 5 to 30 minutes. Maybe they last a few hours. But deep emotions are much different. Deep emotions are rare and as precious as gold. And deep emotions happen when we allow ourselves to sink into ourselves and into another time or another place, or a deep feeling that we have. And like the ocean, it's overwhelming to our conscious self, and that's why most of us avoid it. We're often scared of our deep feelings. But if you want to remember who you've been in other lifetimes, you have to allow yourself to sink into your deep emotions, because that contains the intelligence you've been looking for to complete the pieces of the puzzle that you need. Okay. All right, so we're ready to go. So what I want you all to do with me tonight, as we get down here. So here's how we're going to do this. First and foremost, I want you to be willing to release control and allow wherever you are in the world, whatever's going on, everything that's going on in your life, just let go. It doesn't matter right now. This is our journey inside. This is where we're going to go down and see what's going on in the basement of ourselves and of our souls, where all of our greatest wealth and greatest gifts are kept, me included. And I'm going to go in just as much as you guys are. So that's what tonight's about. We're going to start tonight with the breathing practice. Very simple. And the breathing practice is a practice of literally letting go. Awesome. Yeah, I'm ready. All right. So first, I want you to sit comfortably in your chair or wherever you are. Just sit with your spine erect. And we're going to be working with our sacral chakra and our hip area. So I want you to breathe in like the breath of a child who's breathing into their lower belly, just expanding the belly. So go ahead, breathe in. Let go. Making no effort to control anything. Breathing in. Letting go, breaking up any tension in your stomach area, any tightness. Just totally letting go. Relax your shoulders, breathe in. Let go. Breathing in. And breathe at your pace. Slow and deep. Just abandoning the ego that you've taken on, the person you think you are. Just let go of all that. Letting go of the role you play in your daily life. Letting go of all the thoughts you're used to thinking. Sinking down. When you're ready, I want you to close your eyes. Continuing to draw these deep breaths in. Just letting go of everything that's there. And I want you to ask your own subconscious mind to take you downstairs into the heart of your being, beyond this time and place. And I want you to bring all your attention down into your hips. Deep inside you, into your heart and your hips. And I want you to bring up an emotion, the first one that comes to you. Something old, something familiar, something that you're familiar with, yet maybe you avoid. Just wait, this emotion will emerge naturally on its own. We don't need to force any of this. Just allowing ourselves to open up. And as you focus on this emotion in your body, with each breath, you will see a scene, an image, a vision. For me, I'm in a desert right now. And as you connect the emotion to the image, you'll begin to see something play out in your mind's eye. Just allow it to play out as you keep breathing. As you sink into your feelings will take you on a journey. Parting back the veils, allowing ourselves the gift of the sight for this time. The sight which passes beyond lifetimes. The sight which gives us our true vision. The scene that you see before you is a lifetime which is most present for you right now. And the emotions of that time are running your life. You may have gotten yourself into some trouble. And the pain of another time is with you now. We can let go and we can change the way we're aligned. But it's from within that we make the change. I want you to now bring your attention to a feeling within you of fullness and completeness. Wholeness. And even if in your life now you feel far from that wholeness, allow yourself to drift into a space where you can feel it. And soon you're going to connect back to a time when you felt that wholeness. And again, images will come to your mind's eye with each breath, filling yourself ever more with the feeling of this wholeness, allowing the light to come into you to show you the way. That wholeness and that completeness and that wealth and that power is to be yours again. But there is a road that is laid before your feet. That only you can see and only you can find. A mysterious road, not the road of the world in the way that they tell you. A journey within to find those parts of yourself that can enable you to make the journey without. You have the answers you need. They're already there. I'm on one. I'm so glad we're doing this. I'm in a place that I've longed to return to. That's often hard for me to return to. It's like a place of my inner sanctuary. And I think by doing this scope, I can tell you guys are posting, but I don't want to open my eyes because I'm in the zone right now. And I hope you guys are too. And if you're not, just trust yourself to breathe slow and go within and know that if you command the veils to part for you with full faith, they will. And you'll be able to remember more about who you've been by allowing the emotions to come up and then tracking the emotions in your mind's eye as they play out scenes. These scenes will begin to connect the dots. You connect the dots to the people in your life. Connect the dots to the movies and the books that you love that have made an impact on you growing up. You start to put together the puzzle pieces. And I'd say most of you have lived many, many times. And we have seen a lot on this planet. We've been around. And I want to come out and engage with you guys and say hi. I can see you guys posting stuff. But I need to go even further in because I'm remembering more now. And the more I remember, the more I'm going to be able to share with you guys, and the more this whole thing is going to make sense, and this fucking crazy human adventure we're on is going to go to the next level. I love you all. I'm signing out.